Hello, YouTube. I am continuing my series of documenting my game projects that I've done. This would be my fourth game jam game called Scalar Shaman. Again, it's solo developed, of course. This was for GMTK 2024, as you can see right there. I did everything myself except for the font, two textures, this cool shader, full screen shader that gives this painterly effect over the models or the screen, and this one sound. So without further ado, let's pop in here. So as I said, this is submission to the GMTK 2024. Did this all the way back then. I spent too long on this character, the shaman, and the theme was, I think it was just scale or scaling, or I think it was just scaling or something like that, right? Um, let's see. Let's
Built
see.
to
Built to
scale.
scale. Okay, yeah. So the theme was built to scale. This is what I came up with. So we start in this lovely little environment, and my child, it is time for you to take the mantle of shaman. You must go through the temple of the ancestors and complete the trials. I didn't actually voice it. I just read it out for you guys just now. Yeah, so the central gameplay mechanic here is that you can scale rune stones up and down. So larger with left mouse button. We've got this little kind of onboarding tutorial section here. I mean, the whole game's basically like a little tutorial. It's a jam game, you know. There was only 4 days to do it. I spent one of them on the character. Uh, we can scale them smaller. Once they're small enough, we can actually pick them up. And then we can put them on buttons, but it's not heavy enough to push the button down yet. So once we scale it up, it increases in its weight as well. And then we can, if you make it too heavy, you can't pick it up, of course. Then we can, use it to press the button. So I'm just gonna, this is a little trick here. You can use the rune stone that can technically scale much bigger from back there. You can use it for this puzzle here and save yourself a little bit of work. One big problem that a lot of people had with the games was the carrying mechanic. A lot of people didn't like that I made it so that you had to hold down E. So in retrospect, I should have made that a toggle. And then also, it's kind of easy if you move your mouse too fast to let go of it, which is another reason why it should have been a toggle. Whoop. Let's see. Did I drop it over there? Oh, I managed to drop it in the little crack. Okay. Well, let's just grab this guy then instead. And so, it's not a perfect game by any means. There we go. This was still very much like me kind of prioritizing art over visual art over actual gameplay, period. Make that small enough to fit in the hole. But, I mean, I think there is some good gameplay bones in here. Like, it could use a little bit of fixing up, but, I don't know. I think the concept's okay. And I think there could be some fun puzzles with it. It's also pretty easy to cheat. I do like to make my games kind of breakable. So, if you've played, like, Gary's Mod or something, you can kind of like pick something up and prop surf on it is what it was called in Gary's Mod when you can kind of lift yourself up by your own bootstraps, right? Uh, just carry the thing beneath you. You pick that up, and then you can fly with it. I won't be doing that here, but it is technically possible, and I could have maybe done something to fix that, but I kind of like to leave stuff like that, things that let people be creative in their approaches to puzzles and beating games. Um, I don't really like to be super railroaded. Um, Here we go. You have made the, or you have, oh, there's a spelling error. You have completed the trials. And you made your ancestors proud. Remember, we will be with you always. Um, this game jam was like not too long after my father died, so there's kind of like uh, some themes of familial lines there and passing things through the family line, right? And let's see, I guess that's pretty much it. I'll open up the Unity project, which will need to be updated, so I'll stop recording here. All right, so here we are in Unity proper. I've just updated the project to Unity 6, so there might be some small errors and stuff here and there, but for the most part, this is what it all looked like. And this one was this game was pretty simple. Like there's not necessarily a lot to show outside of what you see. Um I could maybe like grab one of these rune stones and we could look at its script. You can see here I have those two, well, one of them's a float, maybe the other one's an integer, I don't know. It's probably also a float. Um, I should have, for more stability, I should have made the min scale higher on most of these so that they didn't get too small for people to hold them. But yeah, it's just they on Awake they have their original transform positions and scales and stuff, and then you can apparently, oh, there's a reset function. Interesting. Um, I don't know what that is. I'm guessing somewhere I must maybe it was to reference again, this is so old at this point that I don't really remember what all the code does. But I've got my like standard, interacting kind of scripts and stuff here, trigger to event stuff. Oh, here's the player scalar, so this is probably like the other half of stuff. Yeah, so if scalable.gameObject, then do all the scaling shit. um, and if I think we store the original scale there to make sure that we don't get too far out of bounds. And what else? There's that nice sound that plays while we scale things up and down, and that was actually a recording of me dragging a coffee cup across a stucco wall. Um, Oh, also, I don't think this is in, you can no clip in the editor, but I think that might be disabled in the normal version of the game. I usually have that in editor only script so that, it doesn't go to the main players. But if somebody decided to be cheeky and fall down this ravine or they just sucked, I made it so that they could get back up with, some rune stones down here and these ones that can't be moved so that they can get back up. Yeah, that's basically it. I'll show just real quick. We'll open up the Shaman model over in Blender because he's basically the only thing from this project that like I was happy with. Um, and let's hide the skeleton. Maybe pop on rendered. Um, Throw a sunlight in the scene. Yeah, I don't know. There's the shaman. Again, 4 days of work. Not on this model. This model was a chunk of time. He's, I don't know, maybe like 6 hours or something. Whereas, I also modeled everything else too, so that ate up a lot of time, and then having to code something on top of that. That's why it's such a low scope game. But that was my GMTK 2024 game. I hope you enjoyed the video and that maybe this gave you some kind of insight or was helpful in some way or even just entertaining. If you want to play Scalar Shaman or any of my other games, I'll have the link in the description. And I hope you have a wonderful night or day, and you deserve good things. Bye bye.